Labour Ministry investigates Russian minor assault. Guyanese wins UFC fight. And GWI paid $45 million for 22-year-old broken down truck. I am Enrico Bulford, and welcome to tonight's edition of Uncut News. Before we begin, do you have something important you want to leak without revealing your identity? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at telephone number 592-659-6151. The Labour Ministry and the Ministry of Home Affairs is currently investigating a viral video circulating on Facebook. According to reports, the Russian man seen in the video is a security guard for a small-scale mining company named Innovative Mining, a joint venture between the Russians and Guyanese. The Minister of Labour claimed today that the altercation between the Guyanese cook and the Russian guard occurred after the cook refused to be searched before leaving the camp. Someone had tipped off security that the cook was smuggling gold out of the camp. 11.3 grams were eventually found in a bottle of skim cream in the man's possession. However, the Labour Minister noted that that same Russian was involved in another incident in which a miner was inexplicably shot a few weeks ago. Worse yet, the ministry has actually received a set of complaints about the same operation violating labour laws frequently. The ministry has since summoned the heads of the company to a meeting for Wednesday. Some male prisoners at the Bricktown police station lockups last evening started a fire in protest of an alleged lack of bathroom privileges. Police said 11 prisoners lit their jerseys and food boxes on fire at around 9 p.m. Ranks of the Bricktown police station extinguished the blaze. No one was injured during the incident. There were no damages done to the brand new cells. Police also noted that no prisoner in the lockups has been there for more than 72 hours, so frankly, they're not really sure why they are complaining. A police constable at the Mahika police station has turned himself in after being involved in a fatal hit-and-run accident in Better Hope on Saturday. 50-year-old fisherman Navindra Ramnarayan was crossing the Better Hope public road when he was fatally struck down by a pickup truck driven by a 24-year-old police constable. Ramnarayan was declared dead on arrival at the Georgetown Public Hospital, while the constable turned himself in on Sunday evening. While one officer was driving recklessly in Mahika, another one in Berbice was almost attacked for keeping the peace. Last night, a police constable at the Reliance police station was forced to fire shots in the air as a group of persons attempted to attack him for shutting down their music. After receiving an anonymous call, the police found a car blasting its music in Cumberland, East Kanji. As such, the constable told them to shut off the music and let the community get some sleep, as it was late at night. He also told the car owner to drive the car to the police station because he was disturbing the peace. The man turned off the music, but then he summoned 10 drunk men from out of his yard, and they were apparently ready to fight for their right to party. Police said the persons then began to accuse the cop of being a thief in disguise and threatened to beat him down. After taking several swings at him, they finally left him alone after he fired a shot in the air from his service pistol. By the time the backup arrived to help the officer, the men ran into the yard claiming they couldn't be arrested. The police retreated, but an investigation into the matter is ongoing, supposedly. This is Best Buy's car of the day. On sale now is this 2015 Audi A3 luxury sedan. It comes with push-button start, LED lights, fog lamps, mug rims, new tires, Bluetooth, DVD, stereo, reverse camera, and much more. Buy cash for $4.6 million, or pay down as low as $920,000 down with around $88,000 monthly, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit their showrooms at Lot 171 Peter Rose Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell them Enrico sent you for this sweet deal. A corporal, 3 other ranks of the GDF, a police officer, and 2 civilians were all arrested after the cops broke up an illegal private party in Pordroin early this morning. The host of the party is a serving member of the GDF, so shame on him, he should know better. Several others managed to escape. While in the police truck, one of the civilians actually kicked in the back windscreen of the vehicle. The 2 civilians were taken to the Parfait Harmony police station, while the joint services ranks were taken into close arrest. Today, 23-year-old pork knocker Kurt Steele was charged with stealing 2 motorcycles. According to the courts, on both occasions, Steele robbed the victims at gunpoint. After pleading not guilty to both charges, the prosecutor objected to bail and told the court that the man is a repeat offender. He served a sentence for narcotics in 2018. However, the owner of one of the stolen bikes indicated that she would be ending the matter because her motorcycle was recovered. Shame on her, she should have still brought it to court. Anyway, the charge was dismissed. However, Steele was still on the hook for the second bike theft and was remanded to prison until May 24th. Carlston Harris has just made UFC history. The welterweight submitted Christian Aguilera in the opening bout of UFC on Saturday. Harris choked Aguilera unconscious at the 2-minute 52-second mark of the first round to become the first fighter from our nation to win in the UFC. So good for him. With this result, Harris is now on a 4-fight winning streak and a 9-1 in his past 10 bouts. Prior to joining the UFC, Harris was competing in notable promotions such as Shoe 2 Brazil and Brave FC. Do you want to grow your money? Sell Digicel Top Up. Become a top-up vendor through Cellular Plus and make some extra cash to supplement your income at your business or your side hustle. Call 685-3109 for more info. It's now time for today's Rona Report. Today, the nation recorded 80 new cases. There are now 327 persons dead, with 16 persons in the ICU, 1,731 persons in home isolation, and the total number of confirmed cases in the nation now stands at 14,442. So please, people, wash your hands frequently, avoid touching your nose and mouth, and mask up before you leave the house. When you do leave home, try to avoid enclosed spaces and large crowds, and remember to give 6 feet of space between you and others. A 60-year-old laborer in Belize was left hospitalized after being beaten by a 24-year-old man who accused him of being a zinc thief. The cops say that the suspect accused the victim of stealing some zinc sheets and wood from his yard. So instead of dealing with the old man in a calm and rational manner, considering the fact that he's a young man and he's a third of the man's age, he decided to beat the pulp out of the man in the middle of the street with a lead pipe until the man started screaming for help. When a passerby tried to intervene in the act of elderly abuse, the man turned his anger onto him instead. The elderly man is currently listed in stable condition, while the suspect is in police custody. Over the weekend, a drunken disagreement between family members ended in bloodshed after an unnamed relative of 31-year-old Esquipo resident Ganga Prasad cracked him over the head with a rum bottle. According to reports, Prasad was drinking with the 2 other family members when an argument broke out between them. Instead of diffusing the situation and allowing cooler heads to prevail, the suspect reportedly lashed Prasad in the head with a rum bottle before fleeing the scene. Prasad collapsed and died a short distance away. On Monday morning, the suspect's mother took him to the police station and he was immediately arrested. And now for our stupid news of the day. Last week, GWI announced the acquisition of a $45 million Guyana hydraulic well maintenance truck, to much fanfare and celebration. However, the water company is currently unable to use the 22-year-old piece of equipment since it is inoperable. Worse yet, the personnel that are trained to operate the equipment have since left the job. GWI CEO Sheikh Bask had inspected the vehicle on May 6, after which the company indirectly admitted that the machine is out of order and there is currently no one on staff to operate it. To make matters even worse, it actually took GWI over 4 years to obtain the hunk of junk, and it only carries a limited warranty of 6 months, valued at 10% or $2.4 million. Bask, at the time of inspecting the piece of equipment, had also disclosed that a drilling rig was acquired 2 years ago but was never utilized. Nevertheless, he expressed optimism that the machine will be up and running in another 2 months. But if you ask me, spending $45 million Guyana dollars of taxpayer money on a non-working piece of equipment that's old enough to go to UG on scholarship sounds pretty stupid. Are you a truck owner that is losing money due to downtime while you wait for your parts to be imported? Now that is just stupid. Truck parts are already in Guyana at Powered Automotive Truck Spares and Engine Parts. They stock spares for DAF, Bedford TM, International Freightliners, and Cummins engines. Check them out at 1161 EE Eccles or WhatsApp them on 697-0171. Tell them Noriko sent you and get a discount. Moving on to our Uncut News Views Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in the nation, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. So you give your responses in the comments, and we'll read the best ones in the following episode. Friday's question was, what should be done to solve the health ministry's wasted drug problem? Nizam Ali said, buying smaller amounts and computerizing the usage so you'll know how much to order the next time. Bagwadin Law said they need a better inventory system to deal with the drug issue. I suggest computerizing the whole system. And finally, Adrian Walton said, the government should have one central purchasing drug agency, and each region should do stock taking every 3 months and forward their drug invoices to the central drug agency, who would distribute the drugs. What is going on is a lot of hands are dipping into the cookie jar, and government can't keep track of what's going on. Good observation, Adrian. You're absolutely right. So for tonight's question, should foreign companies be allowed to operate in our nation even after they violate our laws? Think about that question, tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in Tuesday's episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Inoperable Ford saying good night, folks. Hey, Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.